Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Got kind of an interesting one for you guys today. I'm partially making this video to inform you guys on some new updates that have gone live for MW2 regarding the Gunsmith and some features in there. Also making this video though to inform Infinity Ward and Call of Duty of a major broken aspect of the Gunsmith that's going on right now that gives you some seriously overpowered elements in game, you could say. So first up here, yesterday afternoon we did see a new update go live in MW2 that actually completely removed a major feature, the attachment tuning. Of course, this is a brand new thing with Modern Warfare 2 this year, where after you max level a weapon and complete all of its levels, you can actually unlock attachment tuning, which gives you the option to go through and change certain stats on your optic, on your barrel, on your muzzle, on your grips, so on and so forth. It's a super cool feature. It doesn't have a super drastic effect on gameplay. I know I've done some testing, Ace has done some testing, I think Jay has as well, and there's minimal changes to a lot of the stuff that is available there. However, it's a cool feature. Just straight up, it's neat to be able to fine tune things. But yesterday Infinity Ward tweeted saying, we are disabling attachment tuning until further notice. They give no ETA as to when this is going to be back, to investigate crashes for users with 5 attachments tuned. So if you maxed out a weapon with 5 attachments and tuned every single one of them, your game was completely unplayable. So that was the main crashing issue there. I think just in general as well, if you had tuned attachments on your class and you were editing your loadout as you were going in, that would also crash your game. They also mentioned if you currently have a tuned attachment equipped, you will need to unequip and re-equip it to use your loadout. So if you haven't played since yesterday afternoon and you had an attachment on your weapon that was tuned, or if you had multiple attachments that were tuned, you're not going to be able to use that loadout. It's going to make you unequip those attachments and put them back on without any tune applied to them before you're actually able to use that gun. So this was a major game-breaking bug, force crashing games whenever you actually adjusted that. And again, as mentioned, they give no ETA as to when this could be returning. It could be later tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be at the end of the week. We just don't know. Whenever we do get some information on this, whenever they do update us with a new patch, hopefully some patch notes as well with some other fixes to the other game-breaking issues, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. We're going to be covering everything like that here on the channel in the coming days, weeks, and months. So if you want to guarantee you're always up to date, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Also, around 52% of viewers watching aren't subs, so if that's you, by all means, feel free to join us on the road to 900K. But this is only one of the game-breaking features with the Gunsmith right now. The second, arguably, is, I mean, it's not as bad because it's not crashing games, but it's arguably even more game-breaking because it's so overpowered. So, pretty basic here, of course. For instance, I'm on the Castov 762. If I go into my Gunsmith and I throw on, you know, let's say a random barrel, a random muzzle, an ammo option, a magazine option, and an optic, I'm maxed out at 5 attachments, right? I have those 5 attachments. If I try and put on a laser, it's going to make me remove that magazine. And you just saw I dropped the 20-round mag. If I were to go into the firing range here, I have the 30-round mag. I don't have that 20-round mag on there. So you're capped at 5 attachments. However, if you were to go into your weapons and select something that has a weapon blueprint on it, for instance, the M4 with the Union Guard, or the SCAR, the TAC 56 with the Beta blueprint, the frontal impact, you actually can stack more than 5 attachments on a weapon. So let's look at the Union Guard here, because this one is super obvious with the attachments equipped. You can see we have an optic on there, even though it doesn't say there's an optic on here. There's a laser, there's a barrel, there's a suppressor, and then there's also the precision underbarrel on there as well. So you can clearly see all those on this blueprint. Now, you'll see in the bottom left, it says we have 5 out of 5 attachments equipped. But let's say I want to throw on some ammunition. Let's say I want high velocity. I can go on and put that on. We'll take off the laser, for instance, here. Let's also go ahead and throw on a 60-round mag, shall we? Let's go ahead, let's take off the suppressor as well. Got to throw on a rear grip. Let's use the let's use one that's obvious, right? So let's go for the Phantom one, because this one is clear as day on your weapon with how it's designed. We'll go ahead, we'll take off the barrel. Then let's throw on a stock as well. Again, something that's going to be clear as day on the weapon. Let's put on the buffer tube stock here and drop off that precision underbarrel. You can see that it still says we've got 5 out of 5 attachments equipped, but clearly our gun looks very different. There's no suppressor visible here. The optic is still visible, even though it doesn't show up here. But if we were to load into a game, or in this case the firing range, because that's nice and easy, you will notice that on our weapon here, we've got our optic. There is a laser sight that you can see when I'm aiming down sights. If I were to inspect, you can see the underbarrel is there. We have our precision underbarrel. There's also the suppressor on this gun as well, and the barrel is on there too. On top of my 60-round mag, you can see there as well, I have my rear grip. The buffer tube stock is also on there. And I have the 60 round shots as mentioned, and I can use those all the same. So this weapon actually has 9 attachments on it. It is completely maxed out. Now you can see, obviously the setup here is not great because of how we went through and we built this. It's not the super practical setup in the grand scheme of things. However, this is a weapon with 9 attachments on it because it is a blueprint stacked on top of a basic setup. And you can actually do the same thing with the SCAR as well. If we were to go through and change our weapon here to the TAC 56. Also, brief reminder that right now, this weekend only, my Gamer Advantage discount code Immortal is going to get you 20% off your entire order per usual on any frames on the site, prescription or regular lenses. But everyone who uses my discount code this weekend only is going to get an extra $50 gift card in their order. It's a free $50 gift card just for using my code and picking up a pair of frames. These things are game changers. You guys always see me wearing these. I absolutely love them. Vouch for them entirely. Link for the site will be down in the description below. As soon as my game's done lagging, I go to the frontal impacts. You can see that this comes with a Chrono Mini Pro red dot. It's got a rear grip, and then I believe it also has a Commando foregrip on there. Then it has something else on here as well. I think there's a 4th attachment. It's our stock as well. We also have the X-Line Pro stock on here. So those are the 4 attachments. If I were to go through and add on a laser sight that's super visible, I can do that. That's 5 out of 5, right? But then let's throw on our damage range barrel, our long barrel. Let's take off that stock that's on there. Keep in mind, that'll still be on when we go in game. Let's go ahead. Let's put a suppressor on here as well. Let's put the giant Harbinger on there just for the sake of things. If we drop that red dot, that's going to be clear as day obvious if it's not on our class setup when we load in. We already have an underbarrel, so we don't need to change that. We can throw on high velocity and actually take off said underbarrel, but it'll still be there. And we can put on the 60 round mag as well. Let's take off that rear grip. And again, it says we have 5 out of 5 attachments. You can clearly see in the Gunsmith, there's no red dot, there's no Commando foregrip. But let's go ahead. Let's load into game. And what do you know, when I inspect, I have the long barrel. There's the Commando foregrip on there. I've got my 60 round mag. The red dot is there. I've got the rear grip as well. I've got high velocity. My laser sight, my blue dot is really what it is. And you can see this thing now feeling very good. Low recoil, maxed out on attachments. Clearly, this is not supposed to work like this. You are not supposed to have 9 attachments on a gun, but this works right now in the firing range. It also works in live matches. Infinity Ward. Hopefully that you seeing this video can help you fix this, but also for those of you who are really trying to, capitalize on an insane gun, you could in theory do this in game right now and have 9 attachments on a loadout, which is wildly, wildly broken. So just a heads up, attachment tuning was broken in a way that it crashed games, so they removed that. The Gunsmith is currently broken, and you can have more than just 5 attachments. You can build an absolutely super overpowered weapon here that is just absurdly, absurdly good. That said, that's going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you guys are new to the channel every single day, I got you covered with all things going on in COD. News, updates, class setups, tips, it's all right here. This is your one-stop shop to stay up to date. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.